Hey trader, welcome back to the Forex Market analysis session. My name is Alexander Nikitin. I am a professional trader and a developer of pattern search software. Okay, in today's video I want to show you the whole process of analysis, starting from the very beginning and ending, placing maybe some trades if I find any. Okay, and it's not a secret to identify my trading opportunities. I use the software that I have created. I coded it myself, and it is called MPS software. MPS Pro, MPS Manual, MPS Automated. It draws the patterns automatically on the chart. Simply the same way you can see these patterns here. You can switch it on, switch it off, and it will draw them absolutely automatically without any effort on the chart. But if you don't have the software, if you still want to learn how to draw these patterns manually, you are welcome to visit my website www.ps-software.net. go to this Learn the Patterns tab, and here you will find the detailed information about the patterns you are interested in. For example, this butterfly harmonic pattern, and you are not only given the diagram with ratios, you are explained in steps: criteria number 1, criteria number 2, and criteria number 3. What if these criteria are met, then you can go to execution and trade management. So you have identification rules, you have trade execution rules, and you have trade management rules. So this makes my trading course unique, and it is absolutely free, the most detailed and free. Also, you can watch some free videos. If you didn't watch them on my YouTube, you can have the best educational videos on my website. And if you are interested in software, you can watch the videos about that software and see the full power of it. It is explained here in these two videos. Okay, that's it about the intro. Now, what I do, I'm going to analyze about 20 markets, and to do that I will switch to my analyzing time frame, and my first time frame is 30 minutes. It will take for a while for these 20 charts to load, and while it is loading I will create a new text document. I already have one, a blank one. Now let me go here back to MetaTrader. Too many programs running right now, especially this one that records the video. It is very RAM consuming, and it makes my computer a bit slow. Okay, now you see that the charts are loaded. Each of them is running two monster pattern search indicators. One of them is running the large swing identification algorithm, and the second one is running manual. Well, I need manual in case of some strange market behavior. In this case I will simply draw the patterns manually, half manual. Of course it won't be manual, it will be half manual. Okay, enlarge the chart, open this, nothing here on 30 minutes, nothing here. Let's go euro, dollar, yen, nothing here. By the way, let me do some tip. If I press and hold the Windows button and then I press left, you see my window becomes half of the screen, and then I click on my blank text document. Let me go here, let me make the proportions this way. What I'm gonna do, I will try to do a kind of checklist. Okay, dollar, yen, nothing, and it will be called first 30 minute. 30-minute time frame is the most frequent. Okay, cipher, GBP USD cipher on 30 minutes. We see that it is triggered, and most likely it will go to the upside in the nearest future. Okay, we have this euro yen, but I was sleeping. Why it is a euro yen? If you guys familiar with patterns, let me switch that off. If you guys familiar with patterns, let me delete the unnecessary stuff and let me show you what it was. I will delete minor patterns. You know that the C point is valid, it stays valid all the way up until it violates the A point. Yes, so this simply makes the pattern look this way, and you see it's synced into the territory of the completion, and then it went to the upside, triggering that. And if I switch it off, switch it on, it will recalculate everything back to how it was initially drawn. Why this sometimes don't coincide with price action? Because this point is the one that is calculated. It is not that is taken from the chart. Okay, I'm interested in this cipher, Aussie dollar, AUD, USD. You see, I have some time. If it goes higher, then potentially I will have it. Let us speak less. This was a winning cipher, USD Canadian. Okay, I think I took it. Another winner, it was a yesterday winner as well. Euro GBP, Aussie yen. Okay, it was winning godly, and now we have a cipher, and let me see if we hit this. No, we didn't hit that. And let me see if we hit targets, and we hit targets. Okay, it sometimes happens that you simply miss the opportunity, because you can't stay in front of your computer for 24 hours. But if you can, maybe your wife help you and your kids, all your family is trading this way. You sit 5 hours, then your wife goes and sit 5 hours, and then your kids go to sit in front of the computer. Okay, Aussie New Zealand, wonderful godly pattern, AUD and ZD. Let me see if we hit targets. Let me see if we hit targets. If we hit trade 2, it is useless. Okay, done. No Aussie New Zealand. Delete this, and delete this. I'm simply creating the checklist. What I'm want to look at. Okay, you see that again the C point was extended, not as it was initially calculated, but it still stays within the frame. It doesn't violate A point, sorry. And the pattern was triggered here. It crossed the entry level, not the entry level, but the completion level. Godly GBP and ZD, GBP and ZD. Going next, New Zealand Canadian. You see, I'm not concentrated on how to identify the trading opportunity, how to calculate the swing proportions and Fibonacci measurements and so on and so forth. I simply type them down in my checklist, and now based on 60 minutes, what we have based on 60 minutes is following. Charts are loading. But what I am concentrated on is the execution and management. This is very important. We don't know where exactly the reversal takes place, and we have this zone, potential reversal zone, where it might be. It is a support resistance zone that is calculated using those Fibonacci ratios, and it shows high probability setups, shows high probability reversal zones, but you are to execute. Where exactly the reversal will take place is a bit tricky. It is up to you. Okay, pound dollar 1 hour is the same as 30 minute. You see, it coincides. Euro yen winner, well, was missed. Aussie dollar nothing, pound yen nothing. What is this? Dollar Canadian, a bit messy. Let me look what happens here. A larger pattern is still in play. USD CAD. Pound Aussie. Look at that, winning. Gartley winning cipher. Yes, this was a pretty cool week trading. So whatever I touch turned into gold. Had so many winners. NZD JPY, NZD JPY, NZD JPY. Euro New Zealand, Canadian yen nothing, Aussie CAD nothing. A cipher, Aussie New Zealand cipher. I think I posted that on TradingView, so maybe you can find it working. Pound New Zealand, larger Gartley. We have that on 30-minute as well. Okay, well, that's it. Now after this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potential trade setups are found. Now I go to default profile. This is my empty profile. I don't have anything here, maybe some pairs, and I open these pairs only. 30-minute pound dollar, GBP USD, 30-minute. Next one is Aussie dollar, 30-minute, AUD USD, 30-minute. Next one is GBP NZD, 30-minute, NZD, 30-minute. One more, 60 is dollar CAD, USD CAD, 60. Okay, and New Zealand yen is 60 as well. Let me delete this. Okay, these are the pairs for the rest of the day that I will be paying attention to, that I will be looking at to execute some trades. What I need to switch that constant recalculation off. I don't want my indicators to constantly recalculate this pattern and search for new and new and new. We don't need that anymore. We already have the patterns to deal with. What I want you to pay attention to is this number. The second one is 48.9. The 48.9 means that the potential take profit is 48.9 pips. And if this number is more than this number stays for 3 ATR distance, and it is also, in my trading approach, it is a stop loss distance as well, but this number stays the 3 ATR. And if it is more than that, then we are to execute the trade on this very time frame. For example, if we switch to 1 hour, 1 hour also detects this pattern, yes, but the 3 ADR distance says 57. So 1 hour is pretty large for this cipher. This cipher is pretty small for 1 hour. That's why we switched to 30-minute, and the 30-minute is an optimal one. Okay, and how is the execution goes? How do we execute? We first wait until it goes here and hits the pattern's completion point. Delete the unnecessary stuff like this that is not needed. Okay, and so what I want to do, first of all, I want to see the stabilization. The stabilization means that we have these bodies of the candle that are first were becoming larger and larger and larger, and while crossing this point we have the largest candle, yes, and then they become smaller, smaller and smaller. The bodies become smaller, the wicks become greater, longer wicks, and then you have this arrow. This arrow means that we have an RSI going out from the overbought condition. Let me check, enable that RSI, and you will see that we went overbought like this, and then we go out from that overbought condition. So this candle shows that the reversal might have started already. Then what I need else? I need this rectangle because I will measure my stop loss as 3 ATR, and again I will go to my indicators and I double click on this script and the rectangle is drawn. And as I place my take profit at straight to level. Yes. So, and my risk to reward should be at least 1-to-1. You see that? At least 1-to-1. So I am to enter here at this lowest range. This way I will have that distance that needed to be at least 1-to-1 risk to reward. And of course my stop loss be the 3 ATR just below my entry. So it will be here. This is my entry, this is my stop loss, and this is my take profit. So you shouldn't pay attention to this level. It's not the stop loss in this case. It is simply the range where the pattern still stays valid. So we go here into this range and we show the reversal, this this long wicks candles plus this RSI going out from that overbought condition, and it went out twice. You can see first initial, then it went to overbought once again, and the second time it went out. So we have two arrows here. Simply place a limit order. That's it. Very simple. Place a limit order. Okay. Let me do it. To place a limit order, I have a pattern trade assistant. According to the money management that I set in the settings, it will open my limit order. And I simply press L on my keyboard. Boom. That's it. Done. Let me show you the trade itself. Show trade levels, for example. Yes. So the trade itself looks this way. You see, this is the stop loss. It is calculated. This is the the entry, and for now, let me adjust the take profit. It should be 38.37.8. Minor adjustment. 38.37.8. Okay, the trade is set. What we have for our stop loss, 43.3 pips. For target, 43.0 pips. Okay, 3 decimal of pip. Need to go slightly lower. The entry, 2 decimals of pip lower to have a 1-to-1. 43.1 versus 43.2. Okay, cool. So I just set a limit order, and you see, I just set a limit order here, and if price goes to the downside, you see I'm a bit late. Yes, if price goes to the downside, hits my limit order, then I simply wait for it either hit the take profit or stop loss. So you just saw the execution process. So we have these arrows that show the trading setups. 30-minute is the execution for this cipher. At market cipher, because it is completed, but I will wait for price to hit my entry, to hit my limit order. Okay, deleted the unnecessary stuff, and here I will do it this way. Right click on my chart, go to trading and go to alert. That's it. My execution time frame, it is 19.9. Let me stretch the fibs to here, 19.9, and it says 24.8. We should go to 15. 19.4. 19.9 is greater than 19.4, so it will be 15-minute execution. So I will wait for 15-minute candle formation going out from overbought, oversold on RSI, and showing some stabilization, smaller bodies, larger wicks, and so on and so forth. Something like this. We had this wick, 3 wicks, and we could enter. Now let's go this 19.4. Let's go next. Pound New Zealand. We have it triggered already, I suppose. Yes, and it says 17.98. 79.8 is greater than 77.0. Yes, so this 1 hour time frame is the one that we need to use for our execution. This is the pattern, a godly pattern that just completed. Stretch the fibs. Again, now you know what this arrow means. This arrow stays for RSI going out from overbought condition. What we have here? We have these candles, large bodies, smaller, smaller, and smaller, and smaller, and smaller, and then again large body. And this large body was the acceleration of breaking the B point, but it didn't close very good enough, at least for me, and we have that spike to the downside. Then we have the price going out from overbought, and now price is kind of installing that double top, double bottom. Let me measure the risk to reward. Okay, so this will be my risk. Consequently, my reward should be the same, at least the same. So my stop loss will go here. So my entry should be this one, to have at least 1-to-1 risk to reward. And let me place that here. Okay, done. And let me place it back. Well, I need to adjust that entry again. Adjusting, modifying this buy limit. 90.46.8. 90.46.8, and then double check if everything is okay. For the stop loss we have 77.0 pips, and for take profit we have 76.5. we have even greater. Well, 76.5, no, we have slightly less. 76.5, 77.0, 5 decimal of a pip, so we need 3 decimals of pip to go lower, and it will be a psychological number of 89.70. 89.70, round number. Now we have the risk of 76.7 versus the reward of 76.8. Okay, cool. Done. Now we have it here. At least 1-to-1 risk to reward. But if it goes to hit the trade too, then the opportunity has gone. Nothing can be done. Dollar Canadian, kind of messy here. Well, the cipher worked perfectly. This godly didn't trigger. Never mind then. This godly worked perfectly. So the only one is that larger godly. The only one that is left that is still valid. Okay, and it looks this way. It went higher, and then it will go to completion. Maybe it will go to completion. Oh, needs to be checked. Let me draw it manually then. To draw manually, I simply stretch it this way. And no, it is invalidated. Perfect, then we'll close this. And New Zealand yen just completed. The pattern just completed. 26.6. Okay. 29. Okay, 15 minutes. The entry should be executed on 15 minutes. And I love this hammer. After that large trending bar, I love this hammer, and I love the fact that we went out from the over sold condition. Okay. the reversal is in play. It is almost no doubt. Go lustra. The lustra means 3 ATR. This is my terminology. It means 3 ATR. Okay, if I execute that, the hammer plus confirmation, because we close below the hammer's body. Go in here. Okay, oh, it became slightly higher. L. Perfect, perfect, and it will be here. Why do I have an entry higher than my level? Because of spread. I'd better like the market, give me the better entry. I'd better like the market pay my spread. I don't want my I don't want the spread be paid by my profits or by my targets. 22.7, and here we have 28 something. We should have 22.7 as well. 23, 22.5, and here we will have 22.7 this way. Now it is 22.3 because of spread. 22.7. 22.5. Few more decimals. This is very important that you consistently make your targets greater than your losses. Okay, so why this level is above that? Because of ask price as well, because of the spread. Simply shifted one spread above. Everything is shifted one spread above. So the entry is shifted one spread above, the stop loss is shifted one spread to the upside, and the take profit is shifted one spread. So if it hits, you are sure that ask price executes your take profit. Well, I suppose that's it. I have 1, 2, 3 trades set. Let me switch them to initial levels, the targets they were found at, or not the targets, but the time frames. I wanted to say time frames. And this one, 30 minute. Let me switch to 1 hour. Now we can see that. And Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar is not executed yet. That's it. So for the rest of the day, I simply wait for this to trigger. They are already set, and when they trigger, I simply close my MetaTrader and go to have a quality stuff with my family and my kids, and then that's it. Nothing else is needed. This is trading. 4 trades for today. I will go and post something, maybe this New Zealand yen on TradingView. And until then, good luck and good trading. Hope to see you soon.